Hello, YouTube! I am Pinstar, and this is Factorio Strategy and Tactics, episode 10. So in our last episode, we got ourselves primed for oil, but in between episodes, I have decided to take a slightly different approach. And I want to move this before it fills too much, because you actually lose the petrol out of there when you move those. So you got to be careful with those. Luckily I caught it early, so I didn't lose too much petrol. But I do need to get it reestablished, otherwise the oil rig will not be operational. And that is, I actually want to put the petrol stuff over here. Because it still gives us good proximity to our resources over here. And it gives us more room to work in, essentially. Which is always a good thing. Oops. There you go. Ah, you kidding me? Boop. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is, just for space constraint purposes, and you guys who've seen me play Big Pharma, you'll know where I'm going with this, and making the largest contiguous space possible. There we go. And, oh, what the hey. We'll make you a 4-strong storage here. We can do normal pipe. And then we'll do a pipe to ground up to here. There we go. That's better. Alright, now the petrol is flowing. Okay, before we get too deeper into the oil tree here, there is something else I did want to set up here, and that is these steel furnaces. Remember how I was saying we needed to keep those stone blocks? Well, here's the reason why. We need to make these things. And, you know, I can just make them by hand because I got the materials, and they don't take too long. What I want to do is I'm going to convert these into them so I can get more steel production, because iron is the current bottleneck here. They do the same thing as the stone furnaces, but just a lot faster. So they eat a lot more iron, but they produce a lot more iron. They consume a lot more fuel, make a lot more pollution. So now you can see the rate of the iron plates going down here to the steel is a lot faster. So now the steel will be able to do their thing a bit more reliably and a bit more quickly. And if this starts to overwhelm this, I can start upgrading the steel, and well, you got it from there. Yeah, because we're actually devouring steel here. What's going on here? 43. Oh, you're making more of these. That's your thing. You're devouring all the steel. Yeah. These things were devouring steel. Yeah, let's just put it simply that way. And I think any more of these, and we'll exhaust our iron production. In fact, we might very well exhaust our iron ore production here anyway. Just because of the sheer rate of these things. Well, you might as well have our steel doing its thing here. Yeah, we need 8 steel. So, takes steel to make steel. Yeah, steel takes so long to make. Get another one of these furnaces here. That should hold it a little bit better. Right then. Alright, so looking at our products, what is our end goal here is the real question here. Well, let's take a look at what we can make now. What is in our best interest to manufacture? Now, we do want to get some batteries are good for laser turrets, which we researched before. Laser turrets. Did I not research laser turrets? I thought I researched laser turrets. Poop. Alright, I didn't. That'll be next after flight. Alright, fine then. Well, we do want to make engines. We do want to make... Now, blue science is Blue science is just around the corner here. We got a lot ahead of us before we tackle that. We got a lot ahead of us before we tackle blue science. Let's tackle engines. Iron gear wheels, pipes, and steel plates is the name of the game here. So actually, we can make engines off of this same line over here. Once the yeah, let's see here. If we make an assembler here, and we'll make a Type 2 assembler here. They need iron gear wheels, which we can grab from up here because this one's largely idle. We can grab steel plates, and what else do we need for those engines? Pipes. We need pipes. Well, pipes we can manufacture ourselves off of the iron line there, quite simply. No need to like get the pipes from over here onto a belt or anything crazy like that. Yeah. Although, crazy enough, we've got pipes here, we've got iron gear wheels here, and we've got a flow of steel here. All right, let's do it. It is a perfect storm of stuff here. Not my normal routine here, but I'll take it. Yeah, it actually fits quite nicely. We can get the pipes going with a long-handled inserter here. It really doesn't matter which of the two. You can be a short-handled inserter. And then we just got to grab ourselves a splitter and siphon off a little of our steel. Not that we're making a gigantic amount of steel. But we'll take what we can get. Let's see here. What am I thinking? Splitter. What am I? Splitter. There we go. Yeah, steel's just still trickling on here, and we're doing it as fast as we can off of this deposit. Now, I could make a steel smelting operation, like say over here, and just tap into just the heart, the raw source of our iron plates here. And I might end up doing that if we can't get steel produced fast enough. But for the time being, I think this will suffice. There we go. Get you here. Get you here. There we go. And get you a regular inserter. And we got to output you into a box with a regular inserter. Get a large power pole here. Yes, I can get them all with that. Oh yeah, we got to tell you what to make. All right, we got flight. What was the thing I wanted to make before? Brain. Oh yes, laser turrets. Can't forget our lovely laser turrets. Alright, so you, my friend, are going to be engines. There we go. We got everything we need. And these things take a long time to cook. Engines, this is why I set it up earlier rather than later, is because we want to build up a supply of engines. And these things take a long time to manufacture. A long time. So yeah, that's why we were doing that now. Okay. All right. So let's. Well, since we, you know what? Let's go for our friends. Do I want to go for our friends, the constructor bots? I'm trying to decide. Or do I want to go for trains? Let's. Well, if we do trains, we're going to need to really up our steel production because trains are quite steel heavy or steel hungry. Well, if we need that, we need laser turrets. So you know what? Let's get that. I know they need batteries. So what's a battery require? Iron plate, copper plate, and sulfuric acid. What's sulfuric acid require? iron plate, sulfur, and water. And what does water require? What does water require? Well, sulfur requires water and petroleum gas, and they're made in these chemical plant things here. So what we're going to want to do here is we can probably pipe the we should make the batteries over here. The one thing I'm worried about though is copper. We need a supply of copper. Well, we technically have a little space right here. Well, let me experiment with that. This is made in a chemical plant. So sulfur, batteries are actually made in chemical plants as well. Yeah, batteries are tough. Batteries are kind of tough to make, so we're going to need to sort of plan around this. But we need them if we are to make our laser turrets, because laser turrets do it. And there's a lot of other things that require batteries. What do we want to manufacture next? Automated rail. That would be nice. Let's get automation 3. No, that's blue science. Advanced electronics. There we go. All right. So, well, let's start at the This recipe cannot be crafted by hand. Yes, I know that. I'm not trying to create it by hand. That's what I was just explaining to the viewers, game. What does this thing need? Electronic circuits, steel, and plates. We can start manufacturing ourselves some solar panels, and that's a great thing to manufacture. We don't need to just yet because we are riding quite high on our. Well, let's check our power. Yeah, we still got plenty of power on these two lines here, and yeah, we're sucking the iron dry here. These things are burning more than they can use here, so we're gonna need to. This is good for temporary steel production, but it's not a permanent solution. All right, so let's get our. First we got to get chemical plants, and they require steel. We make a lot of them, but we're not enough of them to warrant that mass producing them. But we do need a fair number of them. All right, so once we get our first steel plant in here. So our first thing, and it's always good just to double check your stuff here. Sulfuric acid requires iron plates, sulfur. So we got to start with sulfur here, water and petroleum gas. Fair enough. And actually, the sulfur we can actually put them over here because we've got the combination of iron and water. This area can be sort of our pre-processing. So we'll have to pipe the petroleum gas over here, but that's okay. We got plenty of pipe to grounds to cover a lot of ground without getting in our way or rendering large tracts of land unusable due to stuff being in the way. Yeah, we'll put you here. Get you a pipe so you can turn the corner, and then put you here. That way we can dive under here properly. Okay, so now we get ourselves the chemical plant, and one of these is going to feed this. We just got to check which side is which. Sulfur. Dang it, wrong side. It's never the useful side. I think this will be a good one, a good place for it. Put you to sulfur. No, that's the water. Dang nabbit. This is like dissolvers in Big Pharma all over again. Because the water's coming in one way and the other things come the other way, and it's just annoying. Alright, fine. Have it your way. Have it your way. You want that in there, you have it in there. because what we're going to do here is we're just going to do a regular pipe, a pipe to ground for the water over to here. We'll get ourselves a water pump. So water is essentially an unlimited resource here for us. So it's just a matter of availability of the physical material. Yeah, we'll just do it right thing. So now we got the water and we've got this. It just needs some power. Viola, we've got you cooking here. All right, so now this sulfur we need to make into sulfuric acid, and that requires the sulfur plus more water plus iron plates. All right, what are we doing with you? Robotics. Robotics. Oh, I love you, robotics. I love you so much. Yeah, my big end goal here is robotics, because things get fun when you get to that point. But we have a lot of work ahead of us. All right, so I'm just testing here for placement purposes. So you... Oh, it just requires the... Oh, because it's a physical material. Gotcha. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. Here, we're sending the water over this way. We will get a fast inserter to because once we turn it into sulfur, sulfur is essentially a solid material that is passed with inserters. And then here, what's the ratio? Sulfur. 5 sulfur, 1 iron plate. So we don't need a lot of iron plates. So we can get the normal speed inserter from here. That's not going to devour too much stuff. All right. So you're making this stuff. Ooh, and actually over here we can siphon off some of the copper plates from this belt over here. We can use that for our batteries. Oh, that's wonderful. All right, so let's set you up, because I know batteries are manufactured in here. Batteries, iron plate, copper plate, sulfuric acid, and oh yeah, sulfuric acid in this case now is a we gotta just rotate you. Oh yeah. Is considered a liquid here, so we actually need to pipe it in there, but it's like right here. In fact, we don't even need a space between these two. Now, I know I'm going to catch a little flack from some of my veteran buddies when I do this, but I'm going to use a smart inserter, which requires some... what am I missing? More electronic circuits, which requires iron. Dirt. We use the smart inserter and just tell it to grab the copper plates and put it off to the side here so we can run the copper over here to the batteries. Okay, smart inserter right there. And yeah, like I said, I'm going to catch some flack from some of my veteran buddies for doing it like this. Because generally you want to avoid having smart inserters just take things off of, de-split a belt. But in this particular case, because it works so well, I'm gonna do that. So we're going to tell it to basically grab only copper plates here. So that way it doesn't steal any of those here. And we don't need a double thick line of this. Again, we will scale things up later. As we progress, we will find ways to scale them up. Batteries. There we go. And now we are manufacturing the humble battery here. Now, batteries, what do we need for ours? We need batteries, electronic circuits, and steel plates. So we got to do something with these batteries in order to process all that. We got to get them. We got to get them near our main line here. But let's before we go into that, now that we're making that, let's try to think of a good way to make that happen without getting too creative. All right, we got robotics, which also means we can start manufacturing electric engines, which we also want to do. And I will attach that to the regular engines here. We can manufacture a car just to drive around if we wanted to. Item stack bonus. We're not quite ready for that on advanced oil processing, so good. Advanced materials. Oh, actually, that enables us to make concrete. And that could be rather useful. So let's do advanced material processing too. For the moment, I think I'm just going to make myself an iron chest here and just stockpile the batteries, because we want them continuously producing. And we will eventually put them onto a belt properly, but it's good to have a good inventory of them. All right, so now that we've gotten electric engines, we're going to want to manufacture them. And that requires lubricant plus engine units plus electronic circuits. Right then. So, let's see here. Well, our circuits are down here. And yeah, here's the heavy oil. The heavy oil gets made into lubricant. That's like literally the only use for heavy oil other than turning it into other types of more useful oil. So we do want to get that going here. Now, lubricant is quite easy to make. I think all it requires, is just heavy oil. So that's all there is really to it. All right, I'm out of power poles, aren't I? Grab some steel here, make a few power poles. There we go. Oh. There you go. Alright, so now you're making that, and actually we need a thing to accumulate this stuff. What do I want to do with these? These electronic circuits are, well, I'm happy where they are right now. I don't want to go too crazy with this or get too much in the way. Yeah, you know what, let's just pipe the stuff down here, and we'll keep it in a storage tank in this area. What all do you need for these engines here? Engine, lubricant, and the circuits. I guess I could put it over here and just grab off of the circuits being made over there. Oh yeah, here, we'll stick it in the middle of these pipelines over here, so it's not too much in the way. Get our pipe to grounds going here. I know this is like a little maze of stuff. Oop, I'm out of pipe to grounds, and I'm also probably running out of pipe, so let's go harvest these. And yeah, we can just do that and have you plug into here. That is not intermingling. Good. Alright, good. We have lubricant. Yeah, I really would like these guys just to play off of this. That's in the way, though. You know what, we don't need more than 50 of these things. So I'm going to kill that little production there. It'll be a long time before we need to manufacture more of those. So this is where we're gonna make our engines. Yeah, get you assembly machine 2. Oh, why do I have 7 green science packs? Let me go deposit those. Advanced material processing, concrete. Yeah, wow, concrete takes a lot. It enables concrete, stone bricks, iron ore, and water. Interesting. Yeah, this is one of the new things they added. Here, we'll dump you in there. Alright, get you here. There we go. And now we're going to set you to make electric engine units. Now when you do that, notice how there's now a little port here. We actually have to pump in the liquids to make it work for you. So that's what we're going to do here. Actually, no, hang on. We need a regular pipe here. And you get you guys going here, and there, that's fine. Alright, so that's being delivered here. Now you just need the engines and the circuits. Well, the circuits are easy. Just pull right off the spine. Now the engines themselves, these things, just like the engines themselves, go at a snail's pace. So it actually might behoove me to just box them and run them. Yeah, we'll just box those. Get an iron chest to hold them. And just get ourselves, insert her up this way, and insert her that way. We'll just move the chest. There we go, and let's go run and grab these engines here, because it's too far to warrant moving these over here. And yeah, look at this, only 36 of them have been made since we've had that production line going. They are definitely a slower thing, and the electronic engines go just as slowly too. But we do want them, because they are useful for our bots. Very useful for our bots. Alright. So we are cranking away here. Now the last thing we want to do here is get a couple more chemical plants, because we've got to do something with our light oil here. I do have a very specific purpose for this, and that is going to require some more of these chemical plants. What I want to do is I want to turn the light oil into solid fuel. And yeah, all it needs is that. Solid fuel is going to be extremely, extremely important to us in the very near, well, not the very near future, but in the future. It's going to be very important to us. It's going to be critical to us getting our railway set up, and critical to the SOS method here. So we're going to want quite a bit of this stuff. So I'm actually going to get 2 chemical plants set up here. Yes, I know, it's going to cut you guys off. Quit your whining, quit your whining. There. Get you all hooked up here, and light to solid fuel. Light to solid fuel. And for the moment, we are just going to get a bunch of steel chests here. We want these maximum capacity. We want 4 steel chests. 1, 2, yeah, move this one up. And move that out of the way again. 2, 3, 4. Now for Pete's sake. There. You whiner. And we want you all accumulating solid fuel right here. This is what we want. So that will start using up that light crude stuff, the light oil. But again, that's preparations for a little bit later. So in our next episode, I think we are going to get our railways going, because really we need more steel. There's no bones about that. We need more steel, and to get more steel, we need more iron. Now, we could tap into that iron, but that doesn't feel quite right. We need to go get another iron deposit. And there's a nice big one right north of us. So will we pipe it in through our normal stuff, or are we going to get the railway going for us? We'll find out next time. So if you like this episode and want to see more like it, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave me a comment, good, bad, or indifferent. Your feedback is always welcome. So until next time, this has been Pinstar, signing out. See ya.